Today is May 1st, and I have a few things to update in YNAB. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through that, reconcile all my accounts, and go over my spending in April and my budget for May. So first thing I'm going to do is I actually got paid yesterday from my part-time job. It was a 3-paycheck month from this part-time job since I'm paid on Thursdays, bi-weekly on Thursdays. 3-paycheck month. I'll leave that as a little memo. And it was $103.97. So this will be a really quick budget. I'll come over here. I'll go back to April. So that's where I want to reflect the spending, or this budgeting. I'm going to take 103.97 and use the calculator in YNAB to calculate 15% taxes. Okay, and then I'm just going to add the rest of that 37 cents. I do need to just watch out and set aside some extra money for taxes for these payments because they don't withhold enough of the federal income tax. So I just kind of take care of that myself. And then I'll put the full $88 on federal loan A. That is the thing I promised myself with this part-time job, that any money I get from it will go right to federal loan or to my student loans. And at this point I only have one, which is the federal loan. And then yesterday I also received the interest on my checking and savings account. So I'm going to call this April checking interest. And it was a grand total of 53 cents, but I think 53 cents for, checking account interest is pretty good. And then for my savings account, it's going to be cash back or interest again, and it's going to be inflow to be budgeted. It's going to be April savings interest for a total of $808. Save that. Reconcile these accounts. This is cleared. I'm going to mark this as blue for other income. Reconcile $10,008.08. Yes. I do think that's the only thing I've done since the last time I showed you my budget. I did move on April 24th. I did a transfer from my checking and moved roughly $3,500 over to my savings account just because I didn't need that much money in checking. I'm not going to need this money for a while. So I just kind of moved that over to my savings account, which I'm sure definitely helped get that interest. So both of these have cleared, and it is $1,583.49. Yes, perfect. Then I'm going to come back to my budget, still in April, or actually I budget the money in May. I'm going to put all $8.61 to my emergency fund, where I always budget any interest I get off of my checking and savings account. So I've had no other transactions in my credit cards or anything because, COVID, I'm not really spending a lot, which you can actually see in my report for April. So we're going to look in this column for April. Here it shows you all of my income. So this month was a really big income month. That can be explained by 3 paychecks from my part-time job, even though 2 of them were kind of half paychecks. Like usually I get $103, but I only worked like half of what I usually worked due to COVID and a couple of other things coming up. So that's why the payments really work out to 2 full paychecks, even though I got paid 3 times. I got my 2 first paychecks from my new full-time job, and that came out to $2,896.54. I got the last paycheck from my previous full-time job. So that was a nice boost. And then I've got the stimulus check. And this has definitely been the highest income month I've ever had. I think, in this year, the second highest income was still like a little bit more than $1,000 less, more than closer to $2,000 less. So that, and even that, a lot of that was just because of the tax return that I got in February. So I did no payments to my debt this month because federal loans are paused, and I'm taking advantage of that. If I don't have to pay interest, I'm not going to pay interest, but if you saw my budget, I do have money set aside to pay those off when they come back, I think in September. I did the normal $150 that I give my mom every month. This is her car insurance, and starting in May, this will actually increase, and we'll go over that in my May budget. My main monthly subscriptions are my Kindle Unlimited, my Apple Storage, and my Netflix. And then this month I also did a half payment for Amazon Prime. I split that with my mom, so I went ahead and sent her that $59 to cover her subscription, for a total of $84.14 in subscriptions. Now for my monthly varied, I spent nothing on gas, nothing on dining out or just in general dining, and then 99 cents in other. And then $50 in car ownership. That was, I had to do a license renewal. I was planning to go into the DMV and get a new picture taken and get everything, but obviously I can't do that, and my license expires in May, so I needed to take care of that just online. I had them use the same picture I had when I was 15, even though I'm no longer 15. It's $50. And then $1,000 I actually transferred out and sent it to Vanguard for my IRA. So in total, I spent $1,285.13, which is an incredibly low spending amount, even considering the IRA. And I have a leftover of $4,200, and a lot of that is budgeted in the future or budgeted in my savings. So you'll see here what I budgeted specifically in April for savings was around $3,000, and that's my medical deductible. That's some money to my sister's wedding that I'm saving up for. Some money to my birthday, just some fun money that I can spend. The IRA, which I already actually kind of spent some money out of, and then some taxes. And then quickly going over my budget in May. I gotta go over this quick because my computer's already overheating, so that's that kind of background noise you're hearing. I'm so sorry about that. I don't have anything currently budgeted for federal loan aid, but as I get my paychecks, I'll budget that out. I have $400 budgeted towards my mom, so this is now taking care of my car insurance, my phone bill. I think it's taking care of like the electricity and then some of my groceries as well. Since I do live at home with her, we split kind of everything with groceries and stuff, so it's just, since I got a new job and it's actually paying me stuff that I can like afford to contribute, now I am doing that. But I just say it's to my mom. I might actually break out this section more. Instead of saying mom, I might say car insurance $150, phone $80, utilities or light like $50, groceries, whatever's left, I don't know. And then just do one big transaction with the pay to my mom, if that makes sense. But I'm still kind of playing around with it. Subscriptions are all budgeted out for. I don't think I have any coming up, any of my yearly subscriptions coming up this month in May, but I do have YNAB coming up next month in June. So my monthly varied, I have money set aside for gas. I think in May I might actually go get gas. I think maybe near mid-May or towards the end of May I'll probably have to leave the house and actually drive my car. I have $20 for dining out, and the money I didn't spend in May is rolling over. I have $20 in other, and then starting in May, I'm setting aside $20 specifically for giving, so I have that money. I'm still not exactly sure where I want to do it. I've thought about food banks, I've thought about like the Humane Society, I've thought about a lot of potential things, because I know right now so many organizations and people need money, so it's definitely going to be a priority, I think, for this first week in May, that I kind of figure out where I want to give that money. I can split it up, or whatever. I don't have any money budgeted out specifically for fun, because I figured, I'm not going to be having that much fun, but I did budget $5 for personal care. Again, might not be able to do this. I do want to get my haircut done. I do want to get my hair done once quarantine lifts, but that might be more June. $100 for gifts. I've already bought my Mother's Day gift, so the only thing I might need to spend here is a little bit ins and outs. If I see something else, I might grab her something, but I don't have any other events in May. So I budgeted the $861 that we got from interest. I already have the payment for my sister's wedding again and my birthday, and I'm actually going to spend this money this month because my birthday is in May. It is early May, like the first or second week of May. I don't know what I'm going to do with $125 when I can't leave my house, but I might save that until, again, I can go outside and save for myself and for everyone else out there who is working. So that is my budget for May so far. Everything is already budgeted out. I'm kind of expecting another low expense month because I'm not really doing much. Just working every day and staying inside. So that's where we are. The one thing I will want to do is, if you see here, gas is at $200. I like to keep no more than $120 in here. It's at $200 because I put in $80 in April, and this says $29.49, but I put $80 in April, and I spent none of it, as you can tell, because the ending was still $120, and then I put another $80 into May. So what I'm going to do is move $80 to, actually I'm going to move $40 to car ownership, and that's kind of like a little sinking fund that I have, and then I'm going to move $40 to federal loan, Fed A, and that way I'm splitting up that $80. I do like to put a lot of what I don't spend in gas. Any money that I don't spend in gas, I usually put the full amount in car ownership, but I mean, I already have a little bit of enough. This car ownership fund, this is really supposed to be for like small things like oil changes, or when I have to buy a new license, or AAA membership, or like car washes. So it's not gonna it doesn't really need a whole lot of money. I have this line down here, car maintenance, that has $1,200 saved already. Always, that's like my car emergency account. So I just transfer the $40 there, and then I put $40 up here to federal loan A. All right, well, that's going to be everything for me. My computer is about to explode. So keep an eye out for my next video. I should be getting my next paycheck for my full-time job next week, and I'll be budgeting that out. Thanks.